Good evening, everybody. Hi there. Let's see, let me get looking a little bit better here. So, hi, everyone. Oh, my goodness. Today is a day that many have been waiting for. So, good evening. This is our Monday evening community call. We give corporate updates and training and support and celebrate people. And we have something huge to celebrate this evening. And it is September 28th. And we are going to talk about the preferred customer program. I know people have some questions, and there will continually be questions, but I also want to let you know that in the back office, when you weren't looking, there's these wonderful sheets, and we talked about them on our newsletter, and you will find them under the resource section and then go over to the left side under preferred customer. So a lot of questions that you have are answered in these documents. You know how I am. You ask a question, I show you where the answer is. Well, a lot of them are here, and we're going to talk about some other ones this evening. And we have a special guest. There's so many wonderful things going on at corporate, and Gregory and I are particularly grateful, blessed that Emily Hollingshead has joined the corporate team, because so much is getting done, and she must have been sprinting for the last few months since she started, I think, because we are noticing so many things unfolding, and every day there's some new things showing up in the back office. So Emily's going to talk about those this evening, but we want to set things up and kind of lay the context. And I'm going to bring Emily on. She is our director of sales. She's an absolute gem with tons of experience. She's been with companies that have been through hypergrowth. She knows how to do what we're doing. So good evening, Emily.
Hi, how are you, Robin?
Great. Thank you for last minute being with us, answering questions. You are just, we're so grateful. And we don't want to take up a whole bunch of your time, but we do, we asked people for some questions, and now I'm going to share some with you. And I did already tell people, I think, to go look in the back office for these new documents. And before we jump into the questions, Emily, how about giving a little context of, are you giving a deep breath? Are you? Let's take a big deep breath together and celebrate you in a way. This is a major, major accomplishment. I know it's been in process for a very long time, and you've had lots of feedback from people. So thank you and congratulations.
Oh, thank you for saying that, Robin. It's been a fun, wild ride since I started here with LifeWave, and getting to meet all the wonderful people like yourselves and Gregory and your team members. And we've just been so excited to be able to work towards providing new tools and training and new programs like the Preferred Customer Program. I've shared this with you before, but truly my goal here at LifeWave is to make things easier for our members so we can all win together. And so I'm excited that we've officially, hooray, launched this new Preferred Customer Program, right? It is a big celebration. And I'm just so excited for what this means for your team, for you guys, for all of our LifeWave members, and also our preferred customers. Not only do you have these great new tools and things that you can offer to your preferred customers and prospects, but you have this great program that you can lean on and leverage, with your team or with your preferred customers. So it's exciting. It really is exciting for us.
Well, let's jump in.
Yeah,
and I'd love you to share some of the new things that everyone's going to have access to before we jump into the questions, because behind the scenes, you guys have been scurrying, and have created all kinds of wonderful resources. So let's give people a little sense of what's going to be available for them with this new program.
Absolutely. As you already shared, Robin, we have been updating the resource section in the back office. You'll actually recognize that there's a new section called the Preferred Customer Program. Although you have to scroll to the very bottom because somebody put it at the bottom. So we'll be moving it up so it's easier to see, but we'll be adding things this entire week. So as you mentioned, we have the 4 new enhancements to the program docs. They're specific to those components. We wanted to make sure that if you had a question about a specific program, we gave you enough information so you could feel like an expert if you want, or you can just look at the pictures and explain with the pictures on the documents as well. And also, I'm actually really excited that we'll be uploading in the next day or so a full program doc that will have everything in one place, a little bit
Yay.
less extensive. I know, right? A little bit less extensive FAQs, but then the full terms and conditions. Because I know there are people out there that like to know all the details, and we want to make sure that you have them available to you. We'll also be uploading all the videos that we've currently done as part of the webinar series to launch this program. So you should see those in the back office as well. And all the PowerPoints that I put together to train on the program. So you'll have those for your team. Now, we will also be doing a final kind of showcase of the Preferred Customer Program all in one go this Thursday. So make sure that you get registered for that webinar if you haven't yet, and tune in, because it'll be a fun last little, I don't know, I guess I can't call it a last little or little anything. It'll be a pretty extensive call where we talk about all the details. So it should be a lot of fun.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I hope everyone heard all that, and make sure you invite your teams to get registered for Thursday, October 1st, to get the full meal deal in one place.
Absolutely.
And new documents and support that go with it. Okay, so in talking with Emily, you know, you guys came up with some great questions. Once we found out Emily was going to be on the call, I posted something, and great response from people. And then I also asked Emily for a few of the regular FAQs that she gets to hear all the time. So I'm going to kind of go through the list that showed up. There's a few questions we're not going to cover, not because we don't want to, it's just that there's some things that are in process right now, and we're going to have some good news down the road. Let's just leave it at that. How's that, Emily?
Yeah, I like that. That's a
Did I
good way
do
of putting
well on
it,
that
for
one?
sure. Yep, I like it.
It's all about the spin, right? No.
Yes, but it's true too. You know, we really
honestly,
are working on that programming side, and we'll get a lot.
It's really transparency, because and I don't think a lot of people realize, and then we'll get into the questions, that, you know, we're in over 110 countries. A little programming change that looks little for one of us is not little. It doesn't matter what it is. When you think about reaching people all over the world in all the different time zones and all the different languages, and translating, and the technical language isn't always, so just know that they're doing magic for us behind the scenes. And we just need to be really grateful. Okay, let's get started. And Ravel, how am I doing?
We're doing so good.
Oh, good. Okay, so is it the firm earliest August 1st and on that PCs can phone in and be part of the sampling program?
It's a really good question. So first and foremost, the sampling program is designed specifically for brand new people. We want to give people an opportunity to experience great complementary products to X39. So that's why we implemented the whole sampling program. But that said, we know some people still haven't had an opportunity to really learn about all the products. And we want to be able to have this be a benefit to everybody, you know, all of our distributors, as a way that you can help share what all the great products are at no cost to you. That's what this program's for. So first and foremost, we do want to be able to provide that. And it's important to us. And that's why we've opened it up for those that have brought on new preferred customers since August. They can call in, they can have an exception granted, and they can actually participate in that portion of the preferred customer program. Now, we'd certainly like everyone to be able to be a part of that. But, you know, Robin alluded to this just a little bit. There's a lot of details and programming and little things that you don't even think about. And, you know, we need to make sure that we have programming in place so that we could at some point maybe offer this to everyone. You know, this is the thing. Right now, even those that are being offered this exception, it's a very manual process. And you know, we have really great customer service reps, but we're still scaling up. We're still making sure that everyone that's on the team is fully on board and knows everything about all the programs, as well as just LifeWave in general. So if we just said anybody can call, anybody who's been a preferred customer can call, certainly customer service would shoot me, and they wouldn't be able to provide great support on everyday issues as well. So right now, that's what it has to be so that we can manage that. And who knows what the future holds, and as things get get rolling with the program and get programmed, we might be able to accommodate some additional exceptions.
You answered that beautifully. So it's really well thought out, and it is being made available for people from August 1st by calling customer service. And like Emily said, it's a tremendous amount of manual work to include all the people from August 1st on through today until the program was in effect. So thank you, LifeWave. And I do know from an earlier conversation, Emily, that the company is constantly living in the questions of what's working, what can we do even better, so there will be tweaking to this program. It's just when you're really doing a lot of technical languaging, it takes a lot of preparation. And so in time, so feedback is always appreciated, especially when it's really constructive of what could be done even better. So thank you for that. So
yeah, of course.
Do previous preferred customers need to pay $19.95 to benefit from the 20% credit from their orders towards the next month purchase?
Also a really good question. So all of our current preferred customers will be grandfathered into the benefits of the preferred customer program. Now, we just talked about the sampling, which is designed for new distributors, or not new distributors, new preferred customers, but the loyalty rewards, which is that 20% back on monthly subscription orders that are processed consecutively, our 3-in-3 program, those are available to all of our preferred customers. Of course, wholesale pricing is part of the program as well. Those continue. No $19.95 is required. It's just, we appreciate loyalty. We appreciate our preferred customers that are here and keep purchasing month after month and love the LifeWave products. And so certainly we want to extend that and grandfather in those that have been loyal with us for many years, or even just the last few months. We just are really grateful for those customers.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now this is another really good question. How will corporate be communicating the enhancements to our customers?
Also a really good question. So as you know, we've been very focused for the last few weeks, the month, on helping make sure all of our distributors understand the preferred customer program, all the awesome benefits to your customers and what that looks like, how it works, the nitty gritty, the ins and outs, all of the terms and conditions and details. That's really important to us. Next step would be communicating to customers, right? And so we have a plan that's been outlined by the marketing department to ensure that preferred customers receive information about the new benefits available to them as a grandfathered preferred customer into the program. And so marketing will be sending communication out to our existing preferred customers that let them know, hey, you have access to this awesome stuff now. We'll be adding a section in the back office of preferred customers that outline all of the benefits that are associated with their membership. And so they'll have all those details available to them. Another thing we're working on is a couple different tools that you can use as distributors to help your preferred customers understand what's available to them. And as you meet new people that might be interested, also giving you the tools to help share that information. So like a one page that kind of highlights based on what would a preferred customer care about. So they don't really care how much commissions we earn, right? But they do want to know what's in it for me, right? Those of you that saw Connie on our last LifeWave Connect call, she talked about that. We want to give the best product, the best price, and the best service to our customers. And this is part of how we communicate what is available to customers. So look for those details coming soon.
Wow.
They'll be available in the
That's going to be an amazing marketing tool for our prospects, because this program is so, I think people are going to fall in love with it when they really get to know it and embrace it. And so speaking of Connie, she wanted to know how can customers use their own link and ID number to refer?
Oh, we actually have something that's in the works right now. And I don't want to give away too many of the details, but we're in the process of creating what's called a link generator. And it's something that preferred customers can use to share their referral link and maybe their favorite products with people that they are interested in helping refer, so they can earn their $100 free credit every month. And also for distributors, so they can share preloaded carts that have their distributor information already attached. So it's a lot easier to share your link. But that's still coming. So again, I don't want to get in too much on that, but please know that's in the works, because we want to make it really easy for our preferred customers to refer and earn free product every month. So We want to make sure that's something that makes it really simple.
Beautiful. And I know that when you and Rex came on board, Gregory and I had our introductory conversation. One of the first topics was, user experience. And you've got a lot in the works
We do.
to make that
We do.
easier for everyone. You want to share that one little tool you told us about?
Oh, absolutely.
The
Are you
process?
talking
The process.
the process? Yes, yes, absolutely. So we are in the midst of building out a presentation or video with me talking a little bit about how easy or not easy it is to currently enroll preferred customers, and kind of walking you through the process so that you can feel confident when you have new preferred customers, especially with these enhancements and these awesome benefits. What does that look like? Some people will say, oh, how does this work now with this $19.95 fee? Do I have to add it to the cart? What does it look like? We'll talk through and walk through with visuals all those components so you feel really comfortable. Look for that this week, and hopefully that'll make it a little easier. But we also are working on just making the whole process of signing customers up so much easier, because we know it's a little cumbersome. And that's something that Rex and I are really dedicated to, is not only improving the distributor enrollment experience, but especially our preferred customer experience. So look for additional tweaks, changes, overhauls, all that happening. Is that what you're referring to, Robin?
And support tools on exactly how it goes. How wonderful is that?
Yes, absolutely. We want to make it easy. I like easy.
We got a few more here. Let's get through here. Let's see, what is the deadline for August and September current customers to be able to opt into the new program?
Oh, okay. So we don't really have a deadline in place. We know that not everyone's maybe ready to do that, or they're not sure. So again, we don't want to make it a hard experience. If someone's interested and they fit that criteria and they're new to Lifeway, they can call and they can opt into that program by paying that $19.95. Again, we have plans in the works, for everyone. So that might just all tie into that as well.
Okay. Let's see, we got some more here. Are you still up for some more?
I'm up for some more.
All right. What will the process for switching current or preferred retail or preferred customers to the new program be?
Say that one more time. You cut out there for a second.
It's if someone, a preferred customer or retail customer came on in August or September and they want to join the new program, what do they do?
Oh, gotcha. So if they're interested in participating in the new preferred customer sampling, is that what the question's asking?
Yes.
Okay. So there are a couple things that you can do. You can call into customer service and just say, hey, I'm a new preferred customer. I joined in August and I'm really interested in the sampling portion of the preferred customer program. Can I opt in? Customer service will take care of that without any questions. It should be a really easy process as far as the customer is concerned. Again, there's some things we have to do on our side, but we want to make that an easy experience. So it's pretty simple. You could also send an email in. That's an easy way as well, because sometimes I know the wait times can be a little long on the phones. And so if someone doesn't want to do that, they can send in an email and they'll be taken care of with a phone call from customer service out to them.
And make sure your ID number's in there, right?
Very, very good point. Yes, it always helps. It makes things go a lot faster.
Always have the ID number of whatever's involved. Okay, the new kits that are available for preferred customers, that's available only when they're brand new, correct? And then there is an additional member fee, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, great.
But they're also not required. So you can join as a preferred customer, or your new preferred customer doesn't have to use one of those kits, right? So they're an option. You can save up to 20% on the patch products. It's a good deal, but it's not required. And that $19.95 is separate from that. We wanted to really have these kits be packed with products, and so we could discount them as much as possible and still, for our distributors, pay as much on the retail profits, or what we're calling the preferred PIBs, as possible. That was really important to us.
Well, that's wonderful that there's PIBs associated with those also. Yeah. And one more question, because you've answered so many, and I know the answer to this one because I read it in the FAQs in here.
I love it. You did your homework. Good job.
And but I'm gonna have you answer. If a
That's
PC has 300 volume with people they have referred, but they only have 2 people, does this qualify them for their $100 credit?
also a really good question. So the way that 3 and free works is it's kind of a dual qualifier. So you have to have a minimum of 3 referred customers, which can be preferred customers or retail customers. So a minimum of 3 customers purchasing each month. And between those 3, a minimum of $300 before tax and shipping.
Okay.
About the 15 cents.
And you want to talk about the 15 cents,
Oh,
please?
yes, such a good question. You know, when I was doing the webinar the other day, and we were talking about that 3 and free program, and oh, but X39 isn't $100. What are we going to do? You know, it was such a fair question. And so we went to David and we said, okay, David, we didn't think about this very well. And this little spot here, can we just cover this? Can we just cover the cents? Like, come on. And he goes, oh, of course. So certainly that's something that we'll be covering. We're working on the programming for that. We couldn't get it done in time because it came out just right before the program launched. Because again, we get feedback from you in the field, and it helps us to make good choices. So right now, it's still not programmed that way. It's strict $300, right? But let's say you earn it. Let's say you are gung-ho, you've got a preferred customer that's gung-ho, and they refer those customers and they get there, but they're 15 cents short. They can either call into customer service or email and say, hey, this is the situation. Emily promised that I would get my credit even though I'm just a few cents short. So until we get that programming in place, and if any of your preferred customers earn that credit, all they have to do is contact customer service, and we'll just add that credit to the next monthly auto subscription. Just like it says would happen if you achieved it. It's an automatic. They just call in, they'll automatically put it on, no questions.
Great.
So, yeah.
And you mentioned earlier that they don't need to add the $19.95 when they're getting started with the program. It's a one-time membership fee, and it gets included automatically at the end. So we have to make sure that we communicate that very clearly with our prospects.
Absolutely. So
Great.
you'll follow the same process right now for enrolling a new preferred customer, which we know is a little bit clunky right now, right? But once you get that account set up and you go back to place that initial order as part of that whole setup process, you add something to the cart for that first order. When you go through the whole order process and put in your credit card and push submit and everything's all set, at that point, that's when that $19.95 is added. So you'll be able to see that subtotal out, you'll be able to see what's included, and it will just be automatically added in the very first order that's processed for that preferred customer. No additional adding will need to be done by the distributor that's enrolling them.
Well, sounds like you not just know this program, but own it. Big time.
Well, we got to own it, right? This is something that's awesome and fun. So.
I'm very much looking forward to it, and I know people that are thrilled about this. So thank you, Emily, for being with you. I know we didn't answer every single question. They will get answered, everyone. So everything, just keep going to your back office under resources. If you don't know that section, I invite you to be a happy clicker. There is so much there, so much. So Emily, a pleasure always having you. Thanks for answering all these questions at the last minute. And do you have any final comments?
Well, I just would encourage everyone to please tune in to our final preferred customer showcase call on Thursday the 1st. It is at 5 p.m. Pacific. You can get the link to register on the events section of our website if you haven't registered yet. So just go ahead and join that, because to your point, Robin, we will be going through the whole program and really diving into a lot of the FAQs that are in those documents that you have printed out, that you plugged. Thank you so much, because you're right. There's a lot of great information on the resource section, and we will continue to add to it this entire week. So please take a look, and please join the call. And thank you for having me on the call tonight. I appreciate it.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye. And
Bye-bye
I hope you can exhale tonight, and you'll sleep really well. Job well done. We're very grateful. Yeah, everybody's clapping for you. I know they are. Okay, thank you, Emily.
Good night.
All right, so this is the time I get to turn things over to Gregory, and he's going to take over from here.
All right. Well, thanks, Emily, and thank you everyone for plugging in. I am very excited. This is a really well thought customer retention, acquisition and retention program, preferred customer program. And who doesn't want to be a preferred customer program and get all those, 33% savings on your purchases, then get 20% back on purchases towards next month purchase. And, and not everybody can participate in the free product portion, but they get all the other benefits. They get the discounts, they get the cash forward. So, I think this is a really well thought program. So congratulations, Emily, and the complete sales and marketing team over there. And it's only going to get better. So I want to shift gears. And, last week we launched our 8-week Empower series review program. And last week we reviewed episode number 1. And I got to tell you, I went back in and Phil Jones, senior moment here. I've been around the industry for over 30 years. I've met and got to know and learn from some of the best trainers and speakers out there. I don't know of anybody better, and there are very few as good. So I want to encourage everyone, if you didn't already do it, you want to jump in and redo the Empower series. Or if you haven't done it, do it now. And that first one with Phil was spectacular. And I want to thank Michelle Nels because she produced an amazing short. It's only, a page and a half summary of episode number 1, but there are some keepers in there. I mean, do the basics to a high standard consistently. Change your words, change your life. Crucial conversations have 3 components: curiosity, empathy, courage. Questions control conversations. Conversations lead to relationships. Relationships create opportunities. Opportunities lead to sales. This is some of the best sales training I've ever experienced. And I just think we need to incorporate it into our basic method of operation. So this is downloadable from today's newsletter. I also just want to give one more pitch for the key learnings document that's also, and you can go to empowerlifewave.com, and that's the website where you can re-listen to or see all the videos of those 8-week Empower series. You can also, on that first page, download these Empower key learnings. And as I started going through this, I was just delighted. Everybody probably knows that within our Live Younger community, we have the Getting Started Guide as the basic way of getting somebody grounded in our 4-step proven plan of action: prepare, share, care, and enroll, because we are in a sharing and caring business. So that's the basic how you get somebody started. I'm really thinking this should be level 2 and required reading and study for every distributor, because this is just expanding on the foundations. In here, Phil goes through on how to approach business prospects, how to approach customer prospects, conversations with strangers, conversations with friends, starting, an international business, handling objections. It's just foundational, brilliant sales training. And he's one of the best, highest paid direct sales trainers in the industry. So avail yourself of it. It's well worth it. So I just can't say enough about that. And what I'd like to do is shift gears in a minute. Just hold on just a second. And there we are. I want to thank Michelle for producing that summary. And by the way, we're running a little contest. Every week, we're inviting people to participate with us. It's kind of like a book club, only it's right now it's a video review club.
Build your business.
It's a build your business club. Thank you, Robin. And so right now, and I'm promoting Miss Michelle Nels to make her a co-host. And she did such a fabulous job producing the summary for last week. And we're running a couple of contests. Every week, we're going to give away a free sleeve of X39 for the person that reviews and writes the best summary of this week's episode. So we're going into episode 2 this week. Michelle won last week, so we're sending off to Michelle. She won a free sleeve of X39. Congratulations, Michelle.
Woo! I'm so happy.
Oh, we're so excited. You did such a wonderful job, and so I encourage everyone to download Michelle's summary, but I'm inviting everyone to go and listen to and watch and take notes on episode number 2. Submit those notes. And again, this is not a transcript. We don't need a transcript. We can get, we want summary notes of the high points you're getting from each episode. And every week we're going to give somebody another sleeve of X39. And then at the end, the person, all the people that have participated with all 8 weeks of our learning club, we're going to put their names kind of in a hat. It's called Spin and Win. And your name's going to, and we're going to spin the names of all the participants, and someone else is going to win that 9th sleeve of X39. So we're committing almost $1,000 worth of product to this program. So it's important. So with that being said, Michelle, I just want to say thank you for last week's notes. And I know that you reviewed this week, episode number 2. So if you'd like to come on and just show your beautiful smiling face and tell us what you got from number 2.
Hello, everybody. So happy to be here. Thank you, Gregory. LifeWave Empower 2, the second session, was all about meeting the leaders. And it is so fun. I'm not going to give away too much. I'm going to just do a little teaser so you guys are excited to check it out yourself. But we got to know Robin and Gregory personally. And Jason, I don't remember his last name, Gregory. What's Jason's last name?
Barreco.
Okay.
Barreco. He's owned 2 network marketing companies, and now he's a distributor with ours. Yeah.
Right. So we got to be up close and personal with some of our leaders, including Gregory and Robin and Jason and Paula Shaw, who many of you know from other Empower series, or not Empower, but LifeWave series. So I'm going to give you just a few little highlights and then get you guys excited to check it out yourselves. So the first thing was there was an announcement. David Schmidt actually came on, and he talked about the patent. Many of you know, but maybe some of you don't, that that David received the patent for the X39 in about a year. And normally patents take 3 to 5 years. So that's exciting. We have something that cannot be duplicated. This is not a Me Too. This is not a Me Too product. So Robin and Gregory came on, and we learned that Robin came from a family of entrepreneurs. Her parents were both entrepreneurs. And Robin said, I like creating my own life. And I'm like, yes, Robin is my femtor. She's like, that's what I like. I want to create my own life. I'm a cat, don't herd me. Don't herd me. Cats can't be herded. Robin shared about her first job at age 11. And I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. You got to tune in, find out what her first job was, her first little entrepreneurial venture. And Robin has been in corporate training and leadership and team building. She says she has a lot of initiative, but we all knew that, right? We knew that about Robin. And then Robin shared the difference between a W-2 mentality and a 1099 mentality. You guys can kind of figure that out, but the W-2 is an employee. 1099 is an independent contractor. They're willing to risk. They're willing to do the work up front and be paid later. Gregory owned a business, but as he said, he was owned by the business. And I love this. Gregory said that in network marketing, the corporate takes care of the accounting, the manufacturing, and the distribution. And Gregory, when he owned his own business, had to do all of that. So we have a company, LifeWave, that's handling all that grunt work, shall we say. And Robin shared how Dr. Joan used to be a loan officer. That was interesting. And that there was never, she didn't even know what network marketing was because no one ever came into her bank trying to start a network marketing business and asking for a loan. That's exciting, you guys, because you don't need a loan. Like, you don't need this huge $10,000, $100,000, loan to start. You just need $25 or $100 to start with LifeWave. So, and I loved what was shared again, and many of you have heard Robin and Gregory say that network marketing is a personal development program with a comp plan attached. So we are growing. We are like in a greenhouse, and we get to grow to our fullest potential and get paid. Oh my gosh, what a deal. Then we switched over to Jason. Jason is a second generation network marketer. He failed 10 times before he found LifeWave. So you guys just hang in there. And his whole thing was determination. You just got to keep on going. And his little saying was, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. And then I like this. He said, why LifeWave? He said, the product, yes, the product, because people are aware of stem cells right now. I mean, we don't have to do that, like we have some interesting juice or some interesting product. No, people know about stem cells. So we just have to ride on that wave of excitement with stem cells. But this was the thing. He said the integrity of the ownership, the integrity of David Schmidt, which those of us who have met David or heard of David, we can agree. Paula Shaw has an interesting background. She went into school and got her degree in education and communication. She talked about her private practice, but exchanging hours for dollars. And how many of us have spent our lives doing that? And with network marketing, that's you put the work up front, but then the passive residual income over time, that's the goal, the passive residual income. So they ended with, what are some qualities that Phil Jones asked, what are qualities that you're looking for in your teammates? And I'm just going to share a couple because you all need to listen to this and hear what these leaders are saying they're looking for. Robin, one of hers was someone who's coachable. Paula said someone with authenticity. Gregory said to know their why. Because if you don't know their why, then if their why isn't big enough, then you're not going to put the time in to help them, teach them how to do it. I love that. And Jason had 3, but one of his was that determination. So there's a background, quite a few notes here, but I really recommend you listen to our leaders because they have paved the way, and success leaves clues. And so we have these wonderful leaders leaving clues for us on how we can be successful with LifeWave. So there you go. Thanks.
Oh, thank you, Michelle. That was wonderful. And that was such an honor and blessing to be participate in episode number 2. And I can't wait to get into 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8, because they're all so great. And the company spent a lot of time and money making that available for us. And I encourage everyone to avail yourself of it and flow along with us as a team. This is week 2. And if you didn't get to week 1, it's available. You can go listen to it. You can go watch it. And it was great. And that was all Phil showing, and sharing. So with that being said,
the cat's saying goodbye.
My cat even liked what I was saying. The benefits of a home-based business. First, our dog barked, then Emily's dog barked. Now our cat's meowing. We love a home-based business. The 2 things I love best about a home-based business: there's no dress code, and it's a short commute. So I think we'll pretty much bring it to a wrap. We've gone a little longer. We like to keep these calls down to 30 minutes, but I think with the launch of the program, it was really important to give Emily as much time as we did. And so, and you encourage everyone to register for the Thursday training where it's all going to come together. Go to the resource section, download the documents, become familiar with it. And they're going to give us the promotional tools we need to really present this. And I really think it's going to help a lot with customer acquisition and customer retention. And that's foundational to a long-term successful passive income that we're all looking for with our LifeWave business. So thank you, Emily. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Michelle. Thanks everyone that's on the call, and we'll officially bring it to an end right now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Gregory.